Welcome back to Edgemont Elegance, everybody. It is August 27th, and we have had a bunch of progress in the last week or two since I've been here. The masons have got a whole bunch of stonework done on the outside of the home, so really excited to show you how that is progressing right now. The inside is painted and maybe some tile has started to go in. Not sure, haven't even gone inside yet. We're gonna experience this together for the first time. So let's stop talking about it. Let's jump right in. When we were here last week, the masons were just dry fitting these cap pieces and we showed you the profile of that. Now they have gone and they've gotten a whole bunch of the rock work done beneath that. So these are actually flat stones. Is there a piece? Yeah, there is. There's a piece back here. Believe it or not, that was a lot heavier than I thought it was gonna be. But that's what it looks like. And then that gets glued onto the wall. I was actually just seeing, obviously not a mason, never did masonry myself, but it would appear that their cheat sheet is to take a piece of building paper once they have like a shape that they feel like they need to make, and they put it on a piece of building paper, trace it out, and then using literally hammer and chisel, like the technology really hasn't changed much in millennia, they shape the stone to the shape that they need, and off you go. Glue it onto the wall and move on to the next. So, I mean, it's looking really, really nice. And this is gonna skirt the entire home. From a design detail perspective, having some masonry, at least across the front of your home, really elevates the aesthetic of it, right? Now, if you skirt the entire home, well, that's just another step above. And here, I mean, especially on this home, you've got a driveway that's gonna be going from the street over there to the detached garage here. So we've got a garage here, attached, single, smaller, two-car garage back there, detached, right? And then outdoor living space around the corner. So it kind of makes sense, honestly, for this home, just the way that it is to have this masonry going the whole way around. I mean, of course, if you're looking for cost savings, maybe you only do it across the front so that it looks really nice from the street. But again, if you can spend a couple extra bucks, it sure does look nice. Okay, so we are now inside the home. We are in the foyer. Well, Kyle's like kind of standing right underneath the chandelier that will be in the foyer. All the walls are painted. All the ceilings are painted. I just wander around and have a look to see how everything is looking. Well, there's two of the most undervalued trades in construction, in my humble opinion. Drywallers and painters are often the most undervalued by clients because a lot of people feel like they can do it themselves. Beg to differ on that. The painting is one of the most important elements of the house. Your paint protects what's beneath it, in this case, drywall. It also, you know, if you don't have a pro doing it, you get all sorts of lumps in your paint and everything else. If you want your home to look beautiful, pay for a good painter. If you don't give a shit what your house looks like, go cheap. And don't forget YouTube land. If you're looking in here and you're kind of looking at the upper corners, if you can see it in the background and they don't look particularly awesome, that is because we're putting crown molding everywhere. So it doesn't need to look particularly amazing right now. So we are now in the kitchen, our kitchen area. So you can see that we are starting to stage some tile. So that is gonna get ready to go on fairly quickly here. I am noticing that this is marble made in Italy. So that is gonna need to get treated with kid gloves. If you have ever put marble in your home, it scratches extremely easily. So that is definitely gonna have to get treated with kid gloves. Also, another pro tip, if you are installing natural stone in your home, any natural stone that you install needs to get sealed on all 6 sides before you install it. Top, sides, bottom. If you don't seal natural stone before you install it, what can happen is the thin set can actually bleed through the stone, especially in a lighter color like a marble. Different thin sets. Now, definitely you can use a modified thin set, which would probably prevent any sort of issue with that. But nonetheless, it's been our practice to just seal all 6 sides of natural stone prior to installation and seal it one more time once it's been grouted. Again, you know, you absolutely have to seal it before it's grouted. I recommend just sealing it before you install it. But absolutely, if you don't seal natural stone before it's grouted, the grout will stay. I shouldn't say in absolutes, it's not a good way to be. The grout may very likely stain your natural stone. So seal natural stone, pro tip. Can't really tell, but there's water in here. You have to flood test your shower pan. I mean, A, you're supposed to get it inspected, so there's that. But B, even if you're not getting it inspected and you're just doing it as a DIY project for yourself, flood test the shower. Make sure the sucker is watertight and doesn't leak. If you don't do that, then you don't know if you've got a watertight seal on all of your joints in your shower pan. And that's how you find leaks in your ceiling underneath after a year or two. So make sure you do a flood test. We have to do it. Maybe you're working with a builder that isn't so experienced. Trust me, you have to get this flood tested. And if you don't have it flood tested before it gets tiled, you're gonna run into problems when it comes time for final inspection, because the plumbing inspector is gonna be like, I don't remember coming here for a flood test. So then they'll make you flood test it with the tile in. And if you have any problems with the tile in, well, now you gotta take out the tile. Not good, not a good day. Do your flood tests. So this is another bathroom. Again, hard to tell without me doing that, so you can see the water moving. This is under flood test as well. Now you'll see at the bottom, there's some paper that's wet. And you might be wondering, why the hell is there all this paper everywhere? Well, the tile setters don't really wanna be tiling over top of paint. So our painters just throw up some paper roughly, and that makes sure that they don't overspray onto the Curdy membrane. So just, you know, when you work with pros, these are the things that pros think about. If you work with somebody that's less than a pro, they just run their paint everywhere. And I mean, I don't think it's the end of the world, to be honest with you, but this looks a lot more professional, and the incremental amount of effort that goes into it, pretty minimal. Down here, we've got absolutely everything all painted, ready to go. The next step would be getting our tiling done, and then after that will be the flooring. So we will and should see over the next coming weeks tile installation and then flooring installation. We may also, depending on what the schedule does, we may also start to see some crown molding go up, because that can go up anytime. Well, that's a wrap on today, everybody. Listen, thank you so much for taking the time to watch our videos. I really appreciate it, and I know the rest of the team does too. If you have a home that you're thinking about building or renovation that you've been considering, we would love to be your partners in success. Give us a shout or find us on our website and book a call. We'd love to learn more about how we can help you. In the meantime, like and subscribe this video. Stay awesome, and thanks for watching. Bye now.